Greetings everyone, I'm Eric with Your Essential Practice. For this week's Divinely Guided Rune reading, we are out in the wild, connecting with nature, earthing, just really centering, getting that divine guidance, those downloads, slowing down and connecting with the now, the present. Right after that big, beautiful Scorpio full moon, we have a Gemini new moon that's coming up right during and right at the cusp of that entrance into the sun entering in Gemini. And right after that, a lot of other things will be wrapping up in their escapades with Gemini and Aries and a whole bunch of other aspects. So let's immerse ourselves in this beautiful naturescape here in my backyard of Your Essential Practice and jump right on into everybody's Divinely Guided Rune reading. Greetings Aries, welcome to your Divinely Guided Rune reading for this week. I am doing this, yes, outside. Let's get into this. Lapis Lazuli rune set here. In your energetic past position, you have the rune of Radhol. Radhol is about like more of the change of house, a spouse, or career. This is getting out into the now, kind of leaving behind past situations that just don't resonate. This is a lot like the Chariot in the tarot, where you're embodying more of the present energy, and whatever doesn't vibe with you, you're just moving along and getting in with the new and having no problem really kind of adapting to these changes they've been unfolding here this last week or so here. And Aries, yeah, I've been speaking with a few of you and having kind of more of that upbeat kind of energy here recently has been really beautiful to witness in all of you. All right, so in your now energy is this Algies. Algies is like the rune of faith. It's the rune of divine protection. All right, so this is very grounded, and these are the antlers of Algies that are the divine built-in connection and the built-in defense. Just think of it as that elk moving forward. So you might have been called just to kind of be in that sense of innate faith and understanding in your knowing. And when you are in the now energies, you are operating in a sense of faith. Yeah, in a sense of not knowing exactly where this energetic near future is going to be taking you, but you're still very much secure in knowing that you are protected in a way of doing so when you're harmonizing, when you're on these beautiful wavelengths along with your divine source blueprint, right? So moving forward into your energetic future here, Therizos is Thor's hammer. This is a lot like the Mjolnir in the Norse mythology, right? So Mjolnir was that hammer that was that lightning strike of always hitting its mark. Only the just and the true could hold it, and it was always ready for action, right? Now the hammer could always build, it could destroy, or it could protect. Now the choice is always up to you. So Aries, so moving forward, you're very much about this wanting to move forward and getting into this divine action here for you. Oh boy, these birds are just singing away out here. I'm loving this. Beautiful. Sorry for the distraction. This Therizos, this beautiful divine work, is going to be more of that tangible understanding of where to go with that guidance moving forward. Like where exactly are your next steps? Well, you're going to have a lot of that guidance through this clarity moving into the rune reading here. So let's get one without further delay. All these things that are no longer serving you are falling away naturally, right? So this is Hagalaz. In the now energies, you're under the influence of Hagalaz. So that's like the hailstorm, the natural disaster. It's not an if, but it's a when. It's not something that we can really put off or delay. If we did, then it would just probably increase that devastation in its wake, right? But all natural disasters are opportunities to rebuild, right? To get that fertile soil and to make better decisions in that rebuilding process in the future, right? So we're under that influence of that now energy of moving forward in your defense through this disruption, possibly in your now energies in your life, but through this everything falling away, you're going to definitely receive, and being present through this, right? You're definitely going to receive that guidance, getting into what the now energies are unfolding with. So what's your advice for the now energy? Just be more resolute, more stoic in a sense of your guidance right now. You don't need to jump into the future with that planning and everything like that, right? So after a natural disaster comes that, like a volcano, right? Is the most fertile territory that you can think of. So you have the opportunity here to plant these seeds. This is Ingwas. Ingwas is the divine masculine's rune. This is successfully planting the seed in very fertile territory. This is coming from that place of knowing, walking away, knowing that you've secured and invested into your future. You know, you're going to be able to grow that legacy out of whatever turmoil this is that's being upsetting. So this is more divine masculine work is what you're called to do right now. Maybe even going out and planting in your garden, literally getting out there, making sure your soil for your garden is balanced and prepared for natural disasters, so similar ones don't happen again, like drought. People are going with drought-resistant crops a lot more recently. Just a whole bunch of different unique farming methods, so definitely worth looking into for yourself, Aries. So taking what resonates, leaving what doesn't. What do you have for your best possible outcome for this rune reading here? Is Wunjo. This is the clan flag of joy, of success. This is plenty, peace, that planting in the top of the hill of success, like all the effort of that dedication, showing up for each other and lifting each other up through that divine masculine healing process, through a lot of what doesn't resonate with this falling away, like being more present and embodying that more in your faith and in your outcome here, being able to discern a lot more of where exactly that hammer needs to be put to use at, right? Is it building? Is it destroying? Or is it protecting? Regardless, you have this beautiful celebrative energy to look forward to, a joyful, abundant energy to look forward to. So when we're wrapped up in this Hagavaz here, in this hailstorm, this sounds kind of a negative thing, right? When we're wrapped up in it and focused on it too much, our ego gets involved and likes to disguise itself as intuition a lot of times. So you're definitely called to just let that go, move forward in your faith, healing that divine masculine, right? That secure, responsive rather than reactive energy, that calm, cool, collected, stoic, right? And be that that mantle placeholder that gets to like celebrate that clan flag of victory, and what you'll have this increased sense of self-worth, self-identity, self-pleasure, this beautiful reciprocative energy, perhaps to help you with these energies moving forward into whatever action this is you're going to be possibly building with more clanmates in the future here. So let's get a card of clarity now. We're going to get a card of clarity from the Soul's Journey Oracle deck. These are messages straight from Source, straight from Divine, direct from Spirit, straight to your soul. So what does Aries need to hear? Divine, please show us clearly what message of clarity does Aries need to hear today? What does Aries need to hear? Acceptance. Acceptance. We'll jump right on in and start reading about this card. It says, I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Right now, your soul is learning acceptance. This may force you to feel out of control in a situation or with another person in your life. Just realize that the universe has given you this incredible opportunity to release control. Perhaps doing so will help you realize that there is a rhythm, a rhyme, or reason to everything in life. Rather than thinking that these are accidents that are occurring, refer to these conditions as moments of divine design. Maybe it is a person or a situation that you do not agree with right now, but for the moment, instead of having a knee-jerk reaction based on an emotional response, stop and step back, observing this and making an attempt to understand both sides of the equation, which is an incredible gift for you to practice in tolerance, in grace, in patience, and realize that although you have come to accept a situation or a condition, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're condoning the behavior or that you're supporting it. You see it for what it is, and you recognize that there is something rich to learn from it. Namaste, Aries. Have a blessed and abundant week. All right.